Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will drift apart. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 update video. We do have a lot to go over, so I'm going to jump right in. But before I do, I would love it if you guys would smash that like button, and if you would just please use my referral code Patreon down below as well. Shout out to everyone who supports me. All right. What do I think of BEE and or Pi? So BEE is another like crypto token, and PI is a potential crypto token. Um, Typically, like I say about this game, and everyone asks about, Decentraland and Park and Second Life, all competing for second place. When it comes to them versus E2, as far as crypto, many are better than others. Ethereum's better than Dogecoin, as much as I hate to admit it, because I love Dogecoin. But you're not going to catch Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what it is. Many people think Ethereum because of the way um, it's gotten its mind, and that might be better, but that's not what I think. The same thing is going to be with BEE and PI. PI, there's nothing that maybe by 2024 it's going to be a cryptocurrency. That's one of the things you can mine on your phone. But I mean, why would you try for several birds in the bush when you have one in the hand? When you have it with Ethereum, uh, Bitcoin, and then with what's most likely going to be Earth token. Like I said, I believe in that 100%. I don't believe any other thing is. Most other things are probably not going to be worth it. Just my opinion. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. In your mega city, when can we expect it? And would you allow your followers and listeners to be a part of it? So it would take probably for me to be able to generate about $200 a day, either from YouTube and in the game, in conjunction with each other, for me to be able to have a enough time or enough money to be able to say, okay, I don't need to do this anymore or this anymore. I can focus on this. At that point, again, it could come relatively quickly. It could come in the next month. That trailer for phase two will be dropping any day now because they upgraded the servers. They already have the trailer done, so it's not like we have to wait for them to finish. If that happens and it starts to explode, I can do it right away. But what I think most likely it's not going to be a spike. As far as me getting support and making money, it's most likely going to be a gradual thing. And again, potentially by the end of the year. And then yeah, obviously I want to be like the brown Elon Musk. I want to have like Discord chat where I hang in all the time, and I was like, oh hey, what do you guys want in this community that I'm building for you guys? What do you guys want me to build? What do you guys want me to use? How do you guys want me to use my resources? And it'll be like that. Could there be a developer created PvP? Will there be pro tournaments and esport? 100%. That is something that the developers have already said that they are planning on is a PvP. As far as pro tournaments, if it gets enough traction and gets enough popularity, yeah, absolutely. Even if there is outside of PvP, if there's something where, let's say, I want to hold a Super Smash Brothers tournament or a tournament in there relating to Nintendo or racing, let's say we create Yoshis and you got ride on the Yoshis. Yeah, that's something. If it's skill and you're really good at it, I would thoroughly enjoy for it to have cash prizes, and I would do that myself. Now it's like, why would you just give money away? Well, because if you gain enough traction, you're going to get enough in ad revenue where it mostly covers what you're doing. And also, I just want people to have a good time. Esport, again, that's something where if it's popular enough with the world, with the gaming community, it does have the potential to be an esport. They would have to have some licensing with it to be able to go out to DraftKings as well. Oh, they don't need DraftKings. DraftKings is just a gambling website. There's potential that if it's an esport, it will be on DraftKings, but the fact that it needs the popularity to become an esport. So I'll keep you all posted with that. VR Doctor Surgery Training School. Okay, so there for those of you that had a Wii in the mid 2000s, the Nintendo Wii, there was something I think it was called Trauma, where you can learn how to like sew. Like, oh, how do you, and it's not really anything anything good. Honestly, as far as being in the veteran field or or in the military, there's really nothing like learning how to sew on skin, and Not all skin is created equally. Some skin is a lot rougher than others. Some, oh, that's nice and easy, or oh, I gotta really push to get that through. The suture. Um, so as far as there being data training school for on VR, I don't believe that would happen. They could try. It's just I don't think it's going to work. What could happen though is a virtual reality classroom. If you have something where I don't understand how schools right now have been like colleges, universities, how they have been charging full price when students can't even go. They can't even live there. It's just virtual. That's asinine to me. So and you know what? A lot of colleges are in trouble. The first one that's going to be able to innovate is going to be like, hey, we're going to do something different. That's going to be the one that's going to pull ahead. You got to think different. Um, could you play this in a Tesla? Great question. Absolutely. Tesla, Elon Musk has said that, hey, play Polytopia, play this game, play Mario Kart, whatever it is, play it in the Tesla. And he wants to have gaming, and that's going to be one of the big things for revenue in Tesla is just software. And say, oh, I pay $1 for this game, $1 for this game, because you don't have to drive. Eventually, they're going to have um, the AI drive, and you're just again they're gonna have ride sharing. There's gonna be a point where it's gonna be less expensive to say like, oh, I'm just gonna take an Uber everywhere. It won't be Uber, it'll be Tesla's ride sharing app because it'll be so cheap. They won't have drivers, so you don't have to pay the drivers, you don't have to pay for the insurance on it. And that at that point, you're going to be able to go and play whatever you want on the screen. Because again, Tesla doesn't have a dashboard; it's just one giant iPad looking thing. So yes, you will be able to do that in Tesla. Justin O'Malley asks, can you combine properties into one sale? I will be able to kind of sell it as one large plot. Yes, the developers have said that you can not only subdivide properties, or if you have one that's 750 squares or tiles, you can cut it in half, 375 each, or however you want. But you will be able, if you buy a plot of 50 and a plot of 100 right next to the 50, you will be able to combine them and then sell it as one eventually. Um, it really wouldn't be fair if, let's say, you only had money for 50 tiles this week. Oh, payday! I could buy 100 tiles, combine them, and then if you're the same owner, and then be able to take, oh, this is something that people really like. I'm going to expand it and build it on this. It wouldn't be fair if you weren't allowed to do that. So, yeah, the developers do have that in mind. Should I put 100K into this? Again, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. And I don't know your financial situation. A lot of people, the technical smart money out there, say don't put more than 5% of your net worth into any investment. That's really just to help you diversify. Now, for me, how I amassed this amount of wealth inside of 4 years was because I did not listen to conventional wisdom. I did not listen to everyone that said, oh, that's too much, shouldn't do that. If you have next to nothing, and you put in, $1,000, $2,000, and that's, more than half of your bankroll at that point. It doesn't. What are you going to put, like, $50 into an investment? Like, again, smart money says you should do that. For me, that is not the route I choose to play. It's not the method I subscribe to. For me, again, just because of my living conditions, I don't have family. I don't have, like, all in. That's what I do. What I do is I go all in. But $100,000 is a lot. If you're a millionaire, yeah, if you have $1 million, 10%, a little risky, especially into this game where, again, success is not guaranteed. Success is not guaranteed anywhere. But if I had $1 million come to me, let's say I win Powerball, my share is $1 million. Yeah, I'd put 100K. I'd probably put more than 100K into this. I'd probably put 200. Yeah, sounds about right. Again, that's just me. Most other people would be like, you're crazy, don't do that. YouTube YouTube started showing ads on your videos. How much are you making now? Well, I will tell you. On the 20th and the 21st, the 20th I made $4.91, and on the 21st, it was like 3 days ago and 2 days ago. I don't know yesterday's yet. I won't know till tonight. The second day I made $14 and something cents. So I'm averaging about $9 a day, which, like I said, if you guys want, me to have a Discord and be able to have this, giant mega city, I am almost 5% there. $200 a day consistently, I'll be able to do that. So watch those ads, please. Like and subscribe. Like, they're good for the YouTube algorithm. What is going to be what is going to be in the next trailer? So a lot of it's going to be landscape and what to expect in phase 2, and there's going to probably be a little bit of a teaser for phase 3 as well. Um, you're going to have it's really just going to show the landscape, a lot of the graphics, and just really what resources are going to be spawned, how you're going to use them. It might even show the tech tree that they've been talking about so much. Oh, you have this amount of materials, you could build this. Oh, you have these materials now. You unlock the ability to see what other materials you need to build this. It's really cool. Again, it should drop any day. I'm very excited for it. I might actually go live when I hear about it. It'll be like a 30-second thing, like, it's live. Or I'll watch it and then I'll like go live and do a whole breakdown of it. Uh, the same way diamonds can be used for tools and jewelry, can we use steel and other metals for jewelry? Ooh, okay. So, as far as precious metals, gold and silver, if that's in the game, yeah, absolutely. That's what we do in real life. I don't think that the developers are going to have topaz as a resource. If they do, yeah, if you're anyone's down in New Mexico or Arizona, topaz is everywhere. Texas as well. That's something you and again, you could do whatever you want. You could have some people make necklaces out of teeth. It started, at least for me, when I was in middle school, where someone would have a shark tooth on as a necklace. Like, oh, all right, that's pretty interesting. And then I got into the veterinary field, and people wanted their dog's teeth after dentistries, after dentals, or have to excise the teeth that are like rotting or just not viable or they're painful. Um, and some other patients wanted the dog's organs when you do a neuter or other things. People are weird, man. Yeah, so you could sell whatever for jewelry. You'll be able to do whatever you want. You say you don't intend to sell. Why buy if you're never going to sell? Okay, so return on investment, the long game. I will sell eventually. I will sell my Tesla. I will sell my Pokemon cards. A lot of it has to do for me. It's not even for retirement. It might be eventually, but it's for that giant charity thing that I have. I want to be able to buy physical land in Madagascar to um, be able to help the endangered species there. Make it like, okay, can't hunt, can't do anything. This is sacred land now. You can't. It's Chavez land. But as far as that, like, yeah, it's for the long game. Could I do stuff with, oh, I'll buy here, I'll sell here? Yes, but it is exhausting, and most times you do not make as much as someone that just buys and holds. So it's just my opinion, and yeah, it's for retirement. I know, yeah, you're 30. What do you think about retiring? I mean, what is retirement? Again, at $200 a day from YouTube, if I can do that, yeah, I'll walk away from at least the high risk lending business, just because it's 40 hours a week, and Pokemon, it's another business. Yeah, I don't know if doing YouTube full time constitutes as a job or career. I mean, I guess it does. It takes a lot of time, but you're not busting your butt as much as you are doing other stuff. But plus, it's fun. I enjoy it. Um, Parzival says, let's recreate the Hangover. Level 1 can be Escape from the Tiger. If this game is going to be Slight R, can we do that? So there's going to be a couple different things with licensing. There's probably going to be, like I said, there's a peaceful world and the warring world that they've mentioned before. The warring world is probably not going to be rated E for everyone. It's probably going to be at least um, T for teen, maybe M for mature. But the same way that you're going to have peaceful and warring worlds, you're probably going to have a world for kids and a world for teens and a world for adults. Because again, if you're able to do anything you want, it wouldn't make much sense if there couldn't be some M or X rated things in here. So yes, you will be able to do relatively whatever you want. However, that will probably not mitigate, that will lessen. It just cuts away from your audience. If you have a bunch of teenagers that want to do stuff, and you have things in there that are rated M for mature or rated X, you cut away a good amount of people that would come to your island or land and potentially cut down on your ad revenue. But again, if you don't care, if you just want to create something, you want to create something, and yeah, you'll get ad revenue from adults. That's fine too. Sword Art Online. Okay, so this is good. Will you get buffs in the Warring World so that your avatar recovers faster than people's attacks can do damage? So this is something that, again, we're not 100% sure. We should be able to get a teaser for it in the trailer of Phase 2, because we're not going to be able to battle just yet in Phase 2. That's going to be a Phase 3 type thing when we're going to be build and warring. Right now, Phase 2 will be mostly about collecting resources. But as far as doing that, if you can do anything, yeah, I don't see why. I mean, Wolfgang did say that one particular part of magic will not be in the game, as far as having a Mary Poppins sack where you can put in all of your resources. But he didn't say that magic itself doesn't exist. So if you can drink a potion, do whatever, it is possible to do that. Will E2 allow straight up gambling? So again, I don't think gambling is really an M for mature thing. They've had it in Pokemon games, the first two generations. They have it now, kind of with loot boxes. Going over a going over Niagara Falls in a barrel, that's something that is illegal. But I don't think that's something that is going to be outlawed from the game, because it's illegal in some states, and gambling. And again, Neopets from back in the day in the 90s, you could put up a certain amount of coins and watch these shells go around. Oh, this is where the coin is under. That's gambling. So yeah, I believe those type of things, you'll be able to get away with it. Would you consider a presidential run in 2024? I was not born in the U.S. Even though I did serve in the U.S. military, I was actually born in Peru. I'm a first generation immigrant, so I cannot, as per the Constitution, run for president. It might change that at some point, but even in 2024, I will not have the years. You have to be minimum of 35 to do that. I will be 34 at that time. Will roads be wiped as well? That is a great question, and from the looks of it, from what developers have hinted at, yes, everything man-made will be wiped out, and that includes roads. So for all those that are in these mega cities, that are in these giant places, do not just build buildings. It's going to be very hard to navigate if you're building to building to building. It'll look like an area of Brooklyn or New York City where the houses are just right on top of each other. You need roads. You need roads. The one thing the government has done right in the last 200 something years is build roads. And they're saying like, oh, well, I don't want that to happen on my road, or I don't on my tiles. Well, it doesn't have to be a full tile. Like, you could have a road, it's just enough for people to pass through. One going this way, one coming this way, maybe one in the middle. They don't have to be that wide. What colors would your guild be? Well, Mr. J1S had suggested red and black, and for anyone that knows, I like Star Wars. Sith colors are cool. Red and black's legit. Yep. What could one tile be worth in 1 year? Well, you could have, again, most likely when I said in a couple videos ago, like last week, that properties could be $1 million by the end of the year. I was not lying. Properties could do that. As far as one tile, it depends what else is surrounding it, or it might not even be. You could have this person that, let's say, is a psychic or fortune teller, and they're just so popular. And again, you don't have to have a giant building. You could just be on one tile. People come up, and you could even charge them for it. But even if you don't charge people for it, you have a bunch of these people that are coming in, and you get so much ad revenue from that. Like a Long Island Medium is someone who I would expect, if they're playing this game, they're just a psychic, they have their own TV show, to get an audience like that. If you can do that and get a lot of ad revenue, yeah, that tile might be worth maybe not $1 million, but it could be. If, let's say, the going rate for tiles at that point in America is $100 or $200, that person's one tile, someone would be able to pay $10,000 for it, $100,000 if they get enough ad revenue. Again, that could count as also if one person has that tile, but someone else is just renting it. Yeah, it could get really nuts. It could get really crazy. Would I consider being community manager for E2? I already have so much on my plate. I'm already so stressed out about everything. I just don't have the time. They would have to compensate. If they were to compensate me and say like, hey, we're gonna pay you for it, and depends how much. Yeah, that in conjunction with what making on YouTube and Pokemon, I probably if I can lessen things out with the other businesses. Yes, devs, if you're watching, let me know. When do you think you will become a millionaire? This is when in 2018, after I'd been opened up the first business for a couple months, I thought, oh well, if this and this happens, if I hit these goals, I can be a millionaire, have $1 million in net worth by 40. Um, and then in 2019, I was like, oh, I can do this by 38 because I keep hitting my goals very very quickly. And then in uh, late 2020, I was like, yeah, I think I could do it now by 36 definitely. But me and my friend Steve have if this blows up, we have a promise like we're gonna try to do it this year. Again, I'll definitely do it by 36. Even if this game blows up, if they say, you're not gonna, this game is no longer viable, nobody can play, I'll still do it by 36. But with this game, with everything that's happening, maybe 34. I don't know. All right, I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. God bless. Meow, meow, meow.